The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Good morning, everybody. Tom O'Brien coming to you live from TFNN. Monday morning, we're going to start things off. We got the Nasdaq up 24 points, trading at 66.30. Dow Jones up 56 points, trading at 22,928. And S&P's up almost 6 points, trading at 25.59. Gold contract up $1 at 13.06, and the dollar up 125 ticks at 93.06. Good morning, Tom.
It's all green, Tommy.
Hey, it's another day, another dollar. Green markets. What's new? All right, show's over. That's it. We'll call it a day.
I'm telling you, man. It's amazing, folks. There's no doubt about it. Let's get inside this market and take a look at it. So if we take a look at the Dow Industrials first, looking at the strength versus the weakness in here, putting the points into it out here today, you have Apple. This is intriguing. Putting 17 positive points. Travelers putting 16, Goldman's putting 13. Now Goldman's coming out with their numbers tomorrow. JP Morgan's putting 9, taken away from it. Visa down, putting 8 negative points. American Express 7, Walmart 7. Inside the NDX 100, what do we have out here? Strength out here is Wynn Resorts. Look at that, it's up 3.9%, a 564. Vertex Pharmaceutical up 2.4%. Taken away from it, JB Hunt is down 2.6. Tesla is down 2.1. I'm sure you probably saw that news in Tesla, Tom, right?
Yeah, firing 400 or 500 workers, right?
400 or 500 workers. What's amazing, folks, is that Tesla is, only down $7. Because it's like, I was looking at these numbers this morning, Tommy. Listen to these numbers. This is like, I suspect what we're going to see is this, is that Tesla more than likely is going to have to come out with a statement of material fact that they're not going to be able to have or produce what they say they're going to produce. So in the marketplace right now, right, this is what they expect. So they did 230 cars out of the 1,500 that was expected on the first quarter, right?
Okay, yep.
But listen to this quarter. This was blowing my mind when I saw this go across Bloomberg this morning. So this is the numbers, folks, that Tesla have published, and they haven't taken back yet. July, they were going to do 10 a week. This is a week. August, 100 a week. This is of the Model 3. September, 500 a week. We're in October. They're supposed to be doing 1,000 cars a week.
Okay.
November 2,500 and December 5,000.
Can you just say those numbers for me again one more time?
July was 10 a week. August was 100 a week.
Okay.
September 500 a week.
Okay.
October 1,000 a week. November 2,500 a week, and December 5,000 a week.
Pretty staggering, yeah.
Oh my God! And so it's like, I suspect, most times a public company can't have that out there.
Sure.
And if it's not going to happen, they got to come out and
without
say, hey,
reframing that once they realize it's definitely not going to come to fruition. Yeah.
Right. And then this morning, of course, I think this might be the first event that they'll say now they can blame the workers. You know what I mean? That
Well, in fairness, there has to be some workers to blame because it can't be all the machines, right? I mean, in some capacity, there has to be something going on where somebody is not doing the job of expectations that they at least put forward. And I don't, that's simplifying it, but it could.
Oh, no, I agree. And you know why? Because in the same article, right, they had that what Tesla did, folks, is this. They didn't make a pre-production assembly line. In most car companies, before you produce cars, you make a pre-production assembly line, right?
Okay.
And they didn't do it. And so that's when I saw in the firing to his engineers, I says, okay, they got a problem because they came up with the numbers and said, okay, we're doing this and it's going to be real the first time. So it's pretty intense, man.
Sure.
Yeah.
That is pretty intense. Big numbers.
It is. Yeah.
You
huge.
think, and maybe it's the type of deal, we're not engineers, so that's where who knows really what it takes to cross that line in terms of get over that hump where you're not getting
up, yeah.
And maybe it is something where you have 8 different kinks going on the production line, and if they all get worked out, then you jump from the 100 cars a week to 5,000 a week or something. I don't know, but obviously,
I don't either.
Yeah, obviously there were managers that probably weren't doing their job. There were people all over the place not doing their jobs if they had those types of expectations and they're that far away from where they wanted to be.
Right.
It's not one person that dropped the ball on a miss like that. You have people up and down the line that just aren't, and I'm not saying it's easy, but we've all seen, companies that want to transform industries. We've all heard the stories of Steve Jobs and how difficult he was to work with because you need to demand more than almost people can achieve on some capacity to get them to do more than they sometimes realize they can achieve themselves.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's it's messy.
Yes, that is one way to sum it up. That's for sure.
It's definitely messy.
But like you said, not down much really, right? It's remarkable.
No,
yeah.
It's not. It's like $7. Give me a break. That's nothing, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And then speaking of Steve Jobs, right? You got Apple getting an upgrade I saw this morning, and they're rocking and rolling.
Oh, is that what's moving that? Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
so I saw some report talking about that the new iPhone 10 is going to allow them to profit more off of the customers than they normally would have. And maybe it's something that as you're using that phone, maybe you're going to buy more apps to use the AI. Maybe, I'm not sure, but I was just imagining, right, that maybe that's something that's going to allow them to, per a customer, make more money on peripherals or whatever it is. And, let's tie things into how, like my own personal experience. So I talked about, I got my iPhone 8 last week. And with that, I decided to grab a pair of those new AirPods, which are the Bluetooth headphones, right? Come with no wires, the 2 little ports. And that's just the iPhone 8. Now, you could use those.
And what do they cost?
They cost $150.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
For me, though, with having no wires, it's really an activity deal. If I'm biking, I have no wires. I don't need to. I can keep my phone in a pocket in my bike. I can just have Bluetooth.
Sure.
Now, there's plenty of Bluetooth headphones. There's plenty of very affordable, which I have Bluetooth headphones in terms of you jump on Amazon, you get them for $20, $25, great pairs. But those have a lot of wires in themselves. And so just one example of as you ramp up technology, there's more that you can buy that goes with it, of course. And then
I think a lot of people will buy those earbuds at $150 because they're used to paying big money.
That's
right?
not, as long as you're going to use them, and for how much I'm out, that is something I plan on using. And a good pair of headphones these days, $50, $100 is not out of whack. So, and then you look at really the functionality of an iWatch, and that's not something I plan on buying anytime soon. But let's say I get an iWatch in a year or something, that is cool where then you have the watch and then you have those AirPods and then you just have the watch with the AirPods and you don't even have your phone. And so I can only imagine once you jump to the iPhone 10, the types of add-ons they're going to try and throw on there when technology is rocking.
That is wild.
Yeah, it is.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 49, Nasdaq is up 21, S&Ps are up 3, gold's up $1.50. Tommy and I are coming right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Tom and Tommy O'Brien. Markets higher. We're looking at NASDAQ up 16, Dow up 35 now, S&P's up 5. So how about copper? Did you see copper this morning?
I know, man. That is phenomenal. Let's go take a look at that. HGZ7.
And I did see some type of a manufacturing report that came out, right? And maybe that's what was giving that a boost. I wasn't sure, but either way, I mean, talking about 12 pennies in the last 12 hours, copper's rising, on top of the fact that it's had quite a run leading up to today.
It has. And so you're taking out the swing point of 317, you're at 324, huge volume. This is like a monster ABC up. Let me see.
Yeah,
so
it jumps right over that high, right? Go ahead.
Yep.
We're looking at your chart, yeah.
Yep, your A point's 265. Your B is 317. It's a big number. So you got
That's like 50 points, 52.
45, 52, which gets you 340.
Yeah, about 340, 341.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
That's it. And what you have, let's see what the news is, but what you do have is that starting Wednesday in China, that's when they start their big political assembly.
Okay.
And they come out with like lots of new, they don't have to come out with new rules, but they normally do.
Okay.
And the big push right now, folks, what's happening is that they're closing down factories by the hundreds that are polluting.
Okay.
And so the copper aspect of it has to do with how much copper wiring is in these electric cars.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's really intriguing, so check this out, folks, is that the iron ore, there's a huge amount of iron ore in the world anyway, but the iron ore content goes from like 45% in like a ton to 65%. Now, what has been happening in China is that they're stopping these factories putting 45% in, because if you do 65% to make steel, then you have less pollution.
Okay.
Right? So it's really rocking and rolling, this manufacturing industry. I was reading today, Tom, that not just in the large cities, right? In the small cities, and the small city for them is bigger than our large cities.
Sure.
Okay? But what is happening is that they are shutting companies down big time on pollution. And the article kind of was stating, well, they may let them open back up, but because this big political thing is happening this week too, they're going to be hammering them. So it's pretty wild.
That
man.
is wild.
Really is.
So we have a caller. Let's go to Sophia in Tampa. Sophia, good morning.
Hi, Sophia. How are you?
Good morning, Tommy. Good morning, Tom. I'm actually calling to get your opinion on the XLE, please. And if it's okay with you, I'll go ahead and hang up so that I can hear you online. Okay?
Cool.
Thanks so much for calling. Definitely.
Thank you.
So let's take a look at the XLE here. So we have oil up good. The XLE is trading $68.43. Let's see what we get inside here. Yeah, it's still having it's still having a hard time getting to higher price. You know, so this is really intriguing. And if we put this up, you're going to see that this is down from December of 2016 at $78. It goes down to 61. Right now, this just still looks to me like a basically small counter trend bounce, and it can't make it over 69 bucks. You know, let me go look at ExxonMobil, XOM.
Yeah, because oil has been doing well. What's oil at? About 52,
totally.
40, 52 at least in change.
It caught a bid today too.
Yeah.
So let's say we got we're at 52.06 in the oil market.
Yeah.
We go take a look at ExxonMobil. That's just laying right where it's been, 82 bucks, 82.69. And that also, you know, that's down from that high in 104 in 2014 and 95 in 2016. Chevron has been the mover for the XLE. That's how it got going. Chevron hit 120 today, and we're at 120.24.
Chevron's been rocking. That's quite a chart.
It is quite a chart. You know, so I mean, depending, Sophia, whether if you own it, I'd kind of peel back on it. I wouldn't be buying it. That's, you know, because when you get a market that's at all-time highs and you get oil companies that just can't get going, what's going to happen as soon as we pull back a bit? And you get oil high. You know what I mean?
Right. So, no, I mean 52.50. What's the higher probability, right? That we pull back to 48, or we jump up to 57 and say you might see a little retracement for sure.
Right. And, you know, the move today is the disruption because Iraq wants to go take over another oil field from the Kurds.
Yeah.
So, and that's all the oil moved. That's not a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I think what that is, folks, is that, you know, when that news was coming across this weekend, the Kurds were still pumping oil. They're still doing 3 million barrels a day. So it's like, okay, the oil's not going to stop. It just matters who's going to own the switch, right? That's what it seems like. They're not going to destroy the field. This is an internal dispute, you know, about.
And again, though, that's almost like the most optimistic framing of things, right? To say that you're going to take over an oil field and no oil production is going to get harmed is quite the dream scenario of a war over oil fields where no production suffers.
That's right.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the top of the side. You can bring it up. You can walk with us, along with us as we trade these defined option contracts. And, you know, they'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account because we're getting a little action out here. I mean, you know, it looks like, you know, the NASDAQ had the pop at the beginning. That's not holding. The S&P's aren't holding. After the close out here, let's see what Netflix is doing, NFLX, because that's going to be coming out with numbers after the close. You're at 202. We're at 199 right now.
It was higher. Now it's pulled back.
Yeah, it's a powerhouse. There's no doubt.
Oh, for sure.
I guess it's really going to have to do with, folks, is that we know what's their growth. You know, I don't think that the aspect of the going up $1 or $1.50 is going to hurt them. The real question is going to be, you know, how much you're growing. If you're still growing like it is, you know, I can see a pullback because we've been up so high. But, you know.
Yeah, no, I saw, you know, we talked about it recently when one of the analysts came out and saying they were expecting something like 750,000 U.S. subscriber growth for the quarter. Yes. The analyst upped that to maybe 850,000, I think, was the number. But they're growing exponentially when you talk about outside of the U.S. And
They
then
are.
when you combine into that they're going to be ramping up their prices. And we're both customers of Netflix. I enjoy it. That price hike is almost inconsequential on the grand scheme of things if you enjoy the product. So
Right. Or if you drink coffee in the morning.
yeah, right.
It's like,
no, I hear you.
It's like, okay, even a cup of coffee is more than $1 these days, folks. You know
Right.
what I mean? So it's
Right.
pretty intense.
Yeah.
Let's go over and take a look at that gold contract. So gold out here, gold caught a bid last week, folks. We had the price spread, we had the volume, and we get some good volume today too, 129,000 contracts. Now you're getting deeper into this downdraft bar from the 20th of September. So it looks like gold's going to build a little pause, trade up to that 1362 area. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials up 27, Nasdaq up 15, S&P's a flat. We'll get right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Tom and Tommy O'Brien. So I see you reading some news on a little anniversary we're coming up on October 19th, 1987, Black Monday.
Yeah, and this would be the day today, actually. Week-wise, Black Monday, folks. So let's see. Look at that, man. So Black Monday, folks, is the single largest stock collapse, 23% drop in one day. IBM went down 30 something. Let me
31,
see
I think. 31.25%. I saw it in that. Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And what this article is actually about, too, folks, is that it was the beginning. Well, unfortunately, it was probably the end of a lot of people's career. It was also the beginning of the new market wizards, Paul Tudor Jones, Stanley Druckenmiller. Both of those guys, were on the right side of the trade.
And then Nassim Taleb. I mean, that name rings a bell as well.
Nassim Taleb, absolutely. That's the Black Swan.
Okay.
He's famous for the Black Swan.
Yep.
The most one of the most confident was Paul Tudor Jones and Peter Borish, the young partners in a small hedge fund in Lower Manhattan. In a September 24th note to investors, Jones signed off with Caveat Emptor.
Caveat Emptor, yeah.
Yeah, buyer beware.
That could mean a million things,
Yeah, exactly.
Just so
right.
buyer beware. I mean, I could probably show you 100 people in Manhattan right now saying buyer beware in these markets, just to put
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
The real question, I guess, I don't know what he bought the next day.
And there's more to it for sure, right?
That's what they ended up doing.
So can you keep scrolling? Because they say, so on Friday night, October 16th, the Dow was down 4%. I mean, that would be a staggering move to put things in context. That would be a 900-point move right now. So if we had a 900-point move on the Dow, you better make sure that you're positioned for Monday opening if that's what happens on Friday, right?
Right.
Pretty staggering.
Let's see. On Friday, Stanley Druckenmiller, on Friday, placed a bet U.S. stocks would rally on thinking that the week's 9% decline in the Dow had been overdone. Over the weekend, after studying trading charts and talking with Jack, I knew I was wrong. While Druckenmiller considered his options that weekend, U.S. Secretary of the Treasury Baker told his German counterparts either inflate the market or devalue the dollar. When Baker threatened a devaluation of the dollar over the weekend, it was apparent that the
Acapulco cliff dive was on for Monday.
Unbelievable. The equity sell-off from Friday continued in the Asian European markets. Bottom line, it's pretty intense.
Can you scroll down and one more with that Jones? Which Jones have to say at the bottom there?
My prior going into the day was that I was going to close out on the lows. I had to stay short and take the pain of gain no matter what.
As in not closing the profits, right?
Not closing the profits.
That's got to be tough when the market's down 5, 10, 15%. You're saying I still have room for profit to the downside.
Yeah, and so this is Lewis, who wrote The Big Shot. He was working for Salomon Brothers at the time. I remember walking down the 41st floor, down to the 40th floor. The 41st floor was a cathedral of bonds. And then you walk down to the 40th, and there was cramped, low-ceiling, dark place. That was where the equity department, with lots of guys who were named Vinny and Tommy and Donnie. They've been around forever. And they had Brill cream in their hair and big guts, and they smoked too much, and they were all lovable. And they all were going through this vast...
visceral animal experience.
People were screaming and going absolutely crazy in ways I've never seen before. It was the first time in my career at Salomon Brothers where I was actually interested in standing beside the equity department and watching these people do their job. Jim Kanos, I had scheduled a marketing trip to Texas and flew from New York to Dallas on Monday morning. When the plane landed, I called my brother, who was a stockbroker in Wisconsin. He mentioned a conflict with Iran and the Persian Gulf involving some oil platforms that's making things worse, he said.
There's got to be so many amazing stories in that capacity.
Yeah, there's no doubt. We can go up a few more of these.
Look at 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, they had a fire drill. Who was that one you were screening? What a day to have a fire drill.
Oh, my God. I bet no one left the office. Why would you leave, right?
I don't know. I hear you.
So, in that context, folks, guess what? You want a great education, right? Our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento, is going to give us one, right?
That's right, man. And as the market pulls back, check that out as well. But we'll jump over there. So tonight, Larry Pesavento with one of his traders that he works with, John Jameson. They're doing a webinar tonight, 5:30 till 6:45. How to identify a good bet. You can get in there, subscribe to Fibonacci 24/7. Anybody who's subscribing, new subscribers for the first time, comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you're risking nothing. You have an hour-long webinar with 15 minutes of question and answer in there. And I've been going back and forth even with John. He sent me over a full PowerPoint that he put together. Great presentation. It's going to be an awesome workshop, I'm sure. I'm looking forward to it myself. And only $97 a month. Larry just came out with his weekly report that he sends out every Sunday night or Monday morning. That came out already, so you'll gain access to that weekly report. He's got a good 15 charts in there with a couple pages of good overview of the markets he's looking at. And then, of course, you send out videos, charts all week, 24/7. It should be 24/7, 365.
I know, seriously. It's
sure.
amazing. It really is amazing.
So check that out right on the front page. You can get in there, sign up today, and you'll gain access to the webinar tonight. And then, of course, if you can't make it for the whole thing, or if you just can't make it tonight, that'll be archived so that you'll have access to it by tomorrow morning, and that'll be up there for a good 30 days, so you can check that out.
Boy, October 16th came quick, didn't it, Tom?
November's going to be here in no time, man. Thanksgiving's around the corner. What's happening? Seriously.
I'm telling you.
Seriously.
Let's go over and take a look at that bond market. So, bonds, bottom line, folks, they will not back off. If we go take a look at this 10-year, right now you're going to see the 10-year today, we got down to 125.16. What happened last Friday is that we got back inside the B structure, and we did it with volume. So, bottom line is that it needs a little follow through, but it's negated that ABC down. We came back inside that B point with 1.466 million contracts. So it's like, okay, we'll see how it's going to attack the top of this now, which is 126.04. That was the C point of that ABC down. But that expansion of volume basically said, guess what? The 10-year had made it down to 124.22. The projection was about a point and about 10 ticks lower than that. But that's saying that regardless of what the Federal Reserve wants to do, intends to do, the market is still buying 10-year and 30-year bonds. And so that is saying that, guess what? Higher price in the bonds, lower yield. Right out here this morning, the 10-year is trading at 2.287. So pretty amazing, man. I mean, they just don't stop. Bitcoin. So
yeah, talk about not stopping, right?
Seriously, this is so Bitcoin, folks, right now is trading at 56.88, and on Friday we hit 58.66, and this is a kind of an incredible story. One of the Fred Wilson, who Bitcoin approached another record. Union Square Ventures, Fred Wilson. He first invested in the sector in 2013. Okay. It's like this, he's up 5,000%. Yeah. If you invested beside him at that point, 5,000%. But he's also saying that, hey, you
don't have too much, right?
Exactly.
Not at these prices.
Exactly.
We'll be right back.
Stay right there. Tommy and I come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, everybody. Tom and Tommy O'Brien coming to you live as we broadcast in another positive day in the market. Dow currently up 28 points, NASDAQ up 15 points, S&P staying positive up 2 points. So, go ahead, yeah.
No, it's intriguing, watching a sideways move. I mean, I just pulled up Google. Google, I believe, hit an all-time high here with 993.
Just so
No, that's a 997 Friday, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
So
997.21 was that high on Friday.
Yeah. That's pulling off a little. Let's go see what good old Amazon is doing. Amazon is just laying there. It's up $1. Facebook announced, which Facebook would just test that high, which is at 175.49. We hit 175 today. Now, Facebook, they announced that they're looking for staff with national security clearance.
Okay.
Facebook is looking to hire people who have national security clearance and move the company thinks is necessary to prevent foreign powers from manipulating future elections through its social network. They get their PR going good. They got to get it going, man, because guess what? They're gonna have to be filing disclosures as to who is advertising politically out there.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Staying in, just talking about Amazon jumping around, did you see Nordstrom with that deal somewhat falling apart?
You know what I did? I saw that what they're saying that they're not going to go private now, right?
Yeah, so Nordstrom down 6%, trading at 40.09. Closed somewhere at about 42.65 on Friday, and it was as low as 39 pre-market. And it looks like private investors are not going to be overtaken. I think, was it the original family that was with the help of
It was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
And so I guess even they wised up to the fact that that may not be the best way to spend their family's empire, to rebuy the private company and take on the likes of Walmart, Target, Amazon, and retailers. Yeah.
Yeah. And, this has been a big consolidation. The bottom of that looks like $37 is the bottom. What was intriguing, too, Tom and folks, is that last week, Amazon came out, and I'm not sure whether it was Amazon that came out with it or someone found out about it, but it had to do with Amazon making their own clothing, right?
Okay.
And high-end clothing. They're using one of the manufacturing plants that they're using in China.
Sure.
Makes clothing for Lululemon and Nike.
Okay.
It's like, oh my God.
And
right?
they just relabel it themselves somehow?
Yes, that's what they're looking to do.
They want to do everything. We'll see. That seems like a tougher task as opposed, in terms of brand awareness, just like competing with Lululemon, for instance. That, and I don't own Lululemon, but that's quite a brand reputation that they've amassed, and I say that in a good way, even though they've had some problems along the way. And we'll see if Amazon can infiltrate that type of brand where, whatever it is, right?
I can picture that, whether, I can say, hey, I got a Nike on, I got a Lululemon on, right? I got an Amazon on. Well,
that doesn't quite have the same ring, but I hear you. That doesn't mean they're not going to try, because they want to try everything. Yeah.
Right. Now, there's no
So let's
doubt.
see. It says Amazon previously ventured into the
that's all right. I'll get it back. Yeah.
Because it said that that's what I was intrigued as. It said that they had previously ventured in there, and how that may have fared. Yeah. So Gap, Uniqlo, Kohl's. They previously ventured in into private label fashion, offering office clothing, jackets, and dresses under names like Good Threads and Paris Sunday, but pushing into activewear would bring fresh competition to some of the world's biggest athletic brands. That's a tough one, man. Even when you talk about Nike, Lululemon, and Under Armour, but guess what? Amazon has the ability to maybe Amazon begins competing to have their products on NFL players, or et cetera. And guess what? You go from a zero to a hero because everybody knows your brand instantly, and no startup company can compete with the likes of Nike, except for they're not a startup company, and they could just plow $1 billion into a sponsorship deal, and if they lose it, they lose it.
Amazing,
right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Everywhere we look, they're basically, they want market share, But there's no doubt, as you just said, I think the aspect, well, I guess, the bottom line, clothing is a huge margin too. They're going after the big margin.
And they're willing to take big risks and fail too.
Yes.
That's, what you've seen over and over, because profits for the next year almost mean nothing to that company. So
that's right.
They imagine if they could infiltrate and begin to become a competitor. And in all fairness, Under Armour did it, and they did it from nothing to become a player on the world stage with the likes of Nike. So there's the ability to make it happen in some capacity.
Oh, there definitely is, man.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Market-wise out here, folks, Apple's holding the bid. Let's go see Goldman. I want to see Goldman comes out with their numbers tomorrow, I believe.
Okay.
So let's see. 7:30 tomorrow morning, Goldman comes out. ADBE, Adobe, I think might come out either later today or this week. Oh no, that's the 14th. Oh, hold on. What they might have just come out. 1 second. Let's see.
That would have been maybe September 14th if you're just going back 3 months.
Oh, that's funny though. Yeah, so they're not coming out for a bit, but they're getting slammed. They just got a downgrade.
There you go.
Yeah, they're down 370.
Yep.
That's not the end of the world because everything's so high, I guess. But
yeah.
CSX. Let's CSX. I think they might have come out also. That's flat.
Okay.
Oh, they're coming out the 17th.
Tomorrow
after the close.
Okay.
So that's going to be important because.
Oh, there you go, though. They got, I just cut it Wells Fargo on coal, grain, headwinds. So you got coal and grains not doing as well. And, of course, CXX probably shipping them everywhere.
Yep. And that's at a high.
Look at that chart. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. But they all look like that. They're all big charts, big green painted pictures, right?
Just put a 45-degree line going straight to the top right of the chart, and you understand everything you need to know about the market and every equity.
Right. Well, hey, look at this. Wow. Oh, this is, we were talking about this last week, Tommy. PC&G. Now, this is
PG&E, yes.
This is the company out in California. So in 3 days, folks, this electric company, is going from $69 down to $50.84. This is a monster. So what this has to do with, power lines that came down, and if this was the first time, it'd be a different deal, meaning these folks, they still have a huge investigation going on from like 4 years ago, folks.
Okay.
and they've got fined beyond belief for not taking care of the power lines for a certain amount of wind, because
Yeah, and I'm pulling up news stories that investigations are whether their power lines helped ignite the blazes that have destroyed the homes, forced thousands of evacuations.
Exactly.
Pretty wild, man.
That's
a
heavy,
sad
man.
deal. Yeah.
Oh, God. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow's up 35, Nasdaq's up 15, S&P's are flat.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Tom and Tommy O'Brien. We're approaching 11 a.m. and market's still positive, kind of within Dow, like 10 points of where we started off the hour, right, Tom? And not much action in terms of market activity. Even on the dollar, we're still up about 120 ticks. That's kind of where it's been hanging at for most of the morning. We'll see where
it's a creeper.
It's a creeper.
It's a creeper market,
As
man.
it's been. We should just start off every show with the market creeping higher, and we'll see where we go from there.
Hey, it goes until it doesn't, I guess. That's what it comes down to.
So let's talk a little bit, if we could, just about that PG&E. I pulled up an article from Friday. So this is from the 13th on Bloomberg. So, of course, not even aware of what was about to happen today with the further slide. And it's just remarkable when you talk about it. So after wiping out almost $6 billion of PG&E's market cap value this week, of course, referring to last week, investigations into whether their power lines helped ignite the blazes have destroyed homes, forced thousands of evacuations, and, of course, I think the death total, the last I heard, was above 31 or 41. And just sad stories, reading about how quickly everything is spreading. the San Francisco-based company that the fire service is looking at the utilities, power lines, and other equipment as it probes the possible causes of the wildfires. The company said it has $800 million in insurance that could cover. I mean, that's nothing, right? Drop in a bucket.
Nothing.
That's what kind of what I wanted to get to. And that's why, obviously, the stock is dropping tremendously, I would say, because let alone the losses, if they have negligence on top of that, that's not even talking about the financial cover that they might have. It slid 16% the past week, worst performance since October 2008. And, you know, unless the narrative changes regarding the presumed root cause, it could be a long period of time before the fire either exonerates PG&E or accuses, you know, just quite a number when you only talk about $800 million to destroy the type of destruction that's going on out there. Okay, well, thanks for joining me, man. Have a great day. And everybody, stay tuned. Of course, we got swim lessons coming up right now. No, yes, we do. We have swim lessons. And, of course, Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White, and Tom, you'll be back here 3 to 5. Have a great day, everybody.
Take care, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.